Ever watched a movie or TV show and found yourself absolutely despising a character?
If you fail to comply, you and everything you love will burn.
Some actresses are so good at playing those loathsome roles that we end up disliking them for real.
In this life, you're either taken from somebody or they taken from you.
So who's the best at making our blood boil? Let's dive into this dramatic Hall of Fame and find out.
You at first.
Sue, please.
Meet Octavia Spencer, the queen of character acting turned spine-chilling psycho in Ma. Yes, that Octavia Spencer, the award-laden star of The Help.
What in the hell?
Who usually plays the warm, wise figure we all adore. But hold on, because her role as Sue-Ann in Ma is a jaw-dropping pivot.
If she becomes an iconic character, well, I mean, that's a huge, I can't even think of it. Allow myself to go there mentally.
Who knew quiet Sue-Ann Ellington from high school would turn into the mastermind of the century's most twisted reunion? Fast forward a few years and Sue-Ann's still holding a grudge against Ben Hawkins, the high school heartthrob who broke her heart with a scandalous prank.
How was she? Was she good?
It was awesome.
Sue-Ann, a seemingly docile vet tech in Sleepy, Ohio, bumps into Maggie Thompson trying to score some booze and gets roped into buying booze for some local teens. Innocent enough, right? Wrong. She sees the van decked out with Ben Hawkins' security company logo and plots her revenge by inviting the teens to her basement for parties with a few quirky house rules. Stay sober, no cursing, never go upstairs, and call her Ma. But what starts as a cool hangout spot spirals into a terror-filled trap. From Party Central to the scariest place in town, who would have thought? So, did anyone else feel a chill run down their spine? Or do we all need to band together and take out a restraining order on Octavia Spencer's characters? Stay tuned, keep the lights on, and maybe check who's really inviting you over next weekend. Just a thought. Let's talk about Mo'Nique, the queen of comedy turned drama icon, in her jaw-dropping role as Mary in Precious.
But it allowed me not to hate her. It allowed me not to be angry anymore. It allowed me not to be the victim. Because Mary Jones is mentally ill.
Yeah.
It's a sickness, it's an illness. And even though she was very cruel and she was evil and mean, when you really got to listen to this woman, you saw that she was mentally ill.
Can you believe a comedian known for hosting the gloriously trashy VH1 Charm School could bring such a dark character to life? Mo'Nique's transformation is so potent that fans are still giving her side eyes years later. Now, isn't that some serious acting chops? Mary is a 36-year-old plus-sized mama, glued to her TV, totally disconnected from her daughter's life. Mary hardly steps outside, and when she does, it's not for mother-daughter bonding, that's for sure. She's yelling, hurling insults, and making Precious' life a living hell. Seriously, when did Family Time become a horror show? Now let's spill the real tea about Mary's wicked ways. Why is she so bitter? Well, she thought her hubby loved Precious more than her.
Was my man and he wanted my daughter. And that's why I hated her.
Talk about family drama, but it gets worse. She lets her boyfriend repeatedly Precious from a shockingly young age of 3, leading to 2 pregnancies.
She has now had 2 children by your boyfriend.
And can you imagine? She even kicked Precious in the head while she was giving birth. If that's not villain vibes, I don't know what is. But Mary doesn't stop at emotional abuse. Nope, she goes full-on tyrant mode, throwing pans, forcing food down Precious' throat, and even tossing a TV at her during an escape attempt. All while playing the victim to squeeze extra welfare checks. Girl, the audacity. And to top it off, Mary's hypocrisy is the cherry on this disastrous cake. She calls Precious out for her weight while she's no Slim Jim herself, and mocks her intelligence while keeping her uneducated to exploit the system. Talk about a toxic tango. So, what's the verdict? Could Mary possibly be the epitome of pure evil? Or is she merely a troubled soul caught in a web of her own making? And how about Mo'Nique's breathtaking performance? Could it get any more riveting? Do you see why some fans are still giving Mo'Nique the side eye for bringing such a character to life? Isn't it just electrifying? What are your thoughts? Epicide Mary, is Monique ready to pass the torch of villainy to Mia Smith?
It's about a woman who I play, Patricia, whose daughter is abducted by her sister, Mia, who Tammy plays.
Brought chillingly to life by Tammy Roman in Lifetime's Girl in the Closet. Tammy Roman, also known as Tamisha Akbar Youngblood, isn't just any actress. She's a whirlwind of talent sweeping through the dark corners of Lifetime's latest thriller. But who is Mia Smith, you ask? Well, she is the sister of Patricia Cameron's mother. Mia adopts her niece Cameron after her mother suffers an aneurysm. Shortly after moving into her aunt's house, Cameron started hearing eerie, ghostly voices whispering from the shadow of the basement, which revealed a horrifying secret. Her basement hides captives, chained for their Social Security checks. When Cameron attempts to flee, she finds herself locked in a closet for a decade.
How long do you think I have to stay down here?
Until Mia says it's enough.
But redemption comes when Cameron's mother, Patricia, recovers and uncovers Mia's sinister deeds. After a dramatic rescue, Mia faces life without parole, while Cameron begins a journey of healing. She overcomes her past, advocates against child abuse, and pens a bestseller. But the question lingers, can we forgive Tammy, who so brilliantly brought Mia to life? Tune in and confront the darkness lurking in the shadows of an ordinary family. Ready for a cinematic thrill as exhilarating as finding a forgotten $20 in your winter coat? Dive into The Harder They Fall for a full-throttle Regina King extravaganza.
We might could have said nincompoop.
We ain't no nincompoop.
Watch as Regina transforms into the formidable Trudy Smith, not just starring, but stealing the show. Lock your doors and grab your popcorn. Trudy's in charge, and it's a wild ride. How wild? You'll have to see it to believe it.
What the hell are you doing out here? There ain't nowhere to board a train, you damn stupid.
Regina Renee King isn't just an actress. She's a treasure trove of awards, including an Academy Award and 4 Primetime Emmys. Ever seen her as treacherous Trudy Smith?
I prefer treacherous Trudy myself, but I'll take it.
It's a Western reimagined with Jonathan Majors and Idris Elba, where Trudy's tough-as-nails character turns the heat up.
Where is who?
Your boss.
My boss. Clearly, you don't know me.
The plot thickens with prison breakouts, town takeovers, and unexpected twists.
See my point?
Family secrets, explosive showdowns, and intense sibling rivalries make every moment count.
I'm sure someone told the very same thing to the woman who took Daddy from you.
Who knew villainy could look so fabulous? Enter Sanaa Lathan, Hollywood's own drama queen. Born from a lineage of stars, her mom, actress Eleanor McCoy, and her dad, director Stan Lathan. Sanaa first dazzled us on In the House and NYPD Blue, but it was Blade in 1998 that truly showcased her star power. She kept up the pace with hits like The Best Man and Love and Basketball.
Keep hoping you'll grow out of this tomboy thing.
I won't. I'm a lesbian.
That's not funny.
Move forward to The Family That Prays, where Sanaa turns the villainy up a notch. Ever been to a wedding at a mansion and thought, this is just fancy charity? That's Andrea for you, wearing her mom's old dress and not happy about it. At her own wedding, she meets William, who's married but can't seem to take his eyes off her. Cue the drama. 4 years later, Andrea's climbing the corporate ladder at Cartwright Construction, and home life? It's messy. She doesn't pay her sister Pam for babysitting duties, laughs off her husband Chris's business dreams, and hoards a cool $286,000 in a secret account. When Chris finds out, let's just say it isn't pretty.
Chris, what the hell? You bastard! You just take my money without asking me?
And the gala. Oh, the gala. Andrea and William sneak off, only for William's wife Jillian to catch them. Does she confront them? Nope. She just leaves. Talk about ghosting. The diner showdown is where all secrets spill. Chris learns he's not the father of Andrea's son.
5 years we've been married and you talk to me like that. We got a son.
My son is a Cartwright.
Ouch. And their marriage implodes faster than you can say divorce papers.
Mama, this is not up for discussion. I'm divorcing Chris, and me and William are going to be married.
In the end, William dumps Andrea, she's fired, and ends up in a crummy apartment. Indeed, serves her right. Sanaa Lathan, in her magnetic portrayal, captures the complex essence of a woman you can't help but root against, proving that sometimes what goes around comes around in the most dramatic fashion.
Now, I appreciate your personal loyalty to Mr. Clark, but he has let our children down.
Lynn Thigpen really put the witch in Loudmouth Witch with her portrayal of Leona Barrett, didn't she? Ever wonder if being that good at being bad could confuse even her fans? Yep, it's true. Many still can't shake off her bewitchingly loud persona. So who is this Leona Barrett anyway?
What happened this morning is an outrage. My boy's no criminal.
She's the feisty mom of one of the teens kicked out of Eastside by the no-nonsense Joe Louis Clark. Teaming up with Mayor Don Botman, she hatches a plan to dethrone Clark. When the fire chief catches Clark red-handed with chains on the doors, Barrett's there, tape recorder in hand, catching every word of him reluctantly ordering them removed during a surprise inspection.
Shut up! You're finished. The school board's gonna hear this at 7 o'clock, and we are gonna vote your black ass out.
But there's more drama. As the mayor gears up to expel Clark for good, Barrett tries to rally the student troops against him. She urges them to go home and avoid trouble, painting Clark as the villain of Eastside. But guess what? The students aren't having any of it. They're Team Clark all the way, drowning out Barrett's pleas with deafening cheers and chants. They claim Clark's their hero, the real MVP who genuinely cares about them. In a twist fit for a movie, Clark is released from custody just in time to hear that enough students ace the basic skills exam to keep the current administration in power. His response to Barrett and the mayor? A fiery,
You can tell the state to go to hell.
ouch. Talk about a comeback. And just like that, Barrett is left fuming over her failed coup, while the mayor presumably updates his resume. So, who's your favorite villain to hate?